Hey everybody, it's Bust, continuing our playthrough of the Path of Champions, and today we're going to be doing battle with Darius up against Teemo, the Swift Scout, and this one should be pretty easy. It is a half a star recommendation, and our Darius is up to 2 stars now. We got him leveled up in the star powers pretty quickly, but the champion level hasn't hit that high yet. We're only up to level 9, and with this Darius, we don't have too many good common relics, so we're running the Challenger relic. I like to be able to come in and then challenge down our opponent's 1 or 2 health units to kind of close out the game quickly. And so, kind of general strategy that we like to do with Darius is we like to be pretty aggressive, slam the board with a bunch of 1 and 2 drops once we're out here with this +1 starting mana from Carve a Path, and then the natural ability to give your first unit played every turn +2 attack. Pretty easy for us to come down with these really big aggressive starts and then close out the game with a double attack. The second piece of Carve a Path is what allows you to rally if you attack with 15 power of units. And so Darius gets these big, bulky game-ending turns pretty quickly. And so we should be able to achieve that fairly easily here against the Teemo. He's not the strongest champion in the mix right now, and so we should be slamming through this one pretty quickly. There's the map. Here's the powers. Let's get to battle. And so, Lurk, this is a super, super powerful one to have here. Just that's exactly with that theme that we're trying to pull off, right? We want to get these really big attacks with 1 and 2 cost units. Lie in Wait is going to play directly into that. So cool. On to the Boom Baboon. Drop your 1 health units on us, bro. It's more than okay. We'll bring the overwhelms as soon as we can find them. That's kind of the big thing to watch out for us here is we don't have ways to really just like punch the damage in. The Ballista has overwhelm, the Darius has overwhelm, but it's very easy for our opponents to kind of come out and just block a lot of this stuff that we're doing. All right, no attack tokens just yet, but we should be able to slam in pretty easily this turn. Oh. Get that Ballista down. Give it the stats, the hooks, the lurks, everything one could need. Yeah, if he didn't have the unit here, we would have just lethaled off this attack. Too bad. We would have lethaled if we hit the lurk as well. No, we would have been a little bit short. We didn't have the overwhelm on the Grenadier. So I got in my head that everyone has overwhelm, and it's just not, just not the way the game works. Alrighty, that should be enough to get us into a lethal next turn. We'll just stop playing cards here to make this one end a little bit quicker. Go for that S tier, am I right? We're missing lurks everywhere, man. Jeez. Didn't hit any this game. It was weird. We drew a... we must have drawn the Thorn of the Rose in an off turn. I'm going to say we definitely drew a 3-cost unit there. It just wasn't enough to give us a lurk. Okay, Whirling Death is fine. It's not premier, but we don't have any of the items on the first store yet, and so I don't like to reroll those. As far as these champions, we're going to look for the 1 and the 2 drops again. None of these are particularly aggressive. No one's ever talked about how aggressive Soraka can be, so we'll give these a reroll away. Ash shows up twice. Still nothing we're looking for. We'll give it 1 more. And Annie is perfect here. We've got 1 and 2 drops across the board. Really high-powered, aggressive champion. Definitely on board with what's happening here. What's this adventure? Solitary Monk? I think she lets us remove a card out of our deck. That feels pretty good, but that's the exact same thing we'll get out of the healer over here. And so I'm going to go with the Stinky Wump. This feels like a fairly easy matchup. And so we'll go ahead and run into it. I don't think they're able to get on the board that super quickly, if memory serves me right. All right, so we'll hang on to Annie, get rid of these expensives, try and get the early game plays going. Annie, of course, she doesn't work spectacularly with the lurk abilities and stuff and the bonus stats that we get from the Darius ability, but she'll still come in here and slam. She'll make some friends, Tibbers. Okay. So he's probably just gonna play like actual anything to kill our Thorn of the Rose. That's fine. We still gotta try to get these damages in. There's the lurk. Coming at him for 9. Would have just lethaled him if they didn't have anything. Pretty sick. Okay, so we should just be trying to punch these 2 units on the board this turn. We'll start with the Spell Slinger. This is the one I want to have over, or the bonus attack, because we'll just hook his unit with the Affectionate Poro and try to win on the open next turn. Should be pretty straightforward. You'll never see it coming. There's the lurk. What are we at? Neg 13 so far. Get out of here, stinky wump. This is this business just isn't good enough. Cool. Let's go make some more friends. Okay, don't really want any of these. We could pick up the Decimate just as the means to go to face and deal damage on our opponent's turn. The Black Rose Spy is fine as a 3/4 2-drop, though. Not getting amped about any of them. Here at the healer, I'm just going to cut out our most expensive card. We'll get rid of Bloody Business, I believe. The Trifarian Assessor may come down as a attacker at some point. What's this one? The foe's spells cost 2 more and deal double damage. That's not the ability you're really looking for against Darius. That's a little slow. But we've got a couple 2s. I'm going to hang on to just the Grenadier, and then I'm going to look for other 1-drops here. Didn't find any. A little unfortunate, but we can still play on curve for the turn. Got something for him. Missed our lurk. Man, we are incapable of hitting the lurks today. We've done everything we could to make our deck capable of hitting, but it's not doing it. And here, again, they'll have 3 mana. They could play a 1-cost spell. They shouldn't be able to interact with this, I'm going to say. Turns out +2 cost of the spells was not beneficial. So what do we got here? None of the cheap plays. That's what I was really looking for. I could get behind having Wild Claws, I guess, just as a kind of overwhelm strike. We'll realistically never play it, but we don't have any rerolls, so we're just kind of stuck with it. These cards all suck. I don't want to add any of them to our deck. Just cruise right along. Any cheap plays in here? Tybalak, you're not going to quite cut it. You're a little bit too expensive. I don't want to be making nabs. That's not going to do anything here. I guess the question comes down to, we want this Arena Kingpin just as a means to hit some lurks and stuff. That's probably about as good as we'll get. We can leave. Can cut out another card. I could definitely see an argument for just cutting out Darius, but I'll cut out the Wild Claws this time. Darius might make an appearance at some point, but man, turn 6 just is not where we're getting at. These are turn 4 at the most. All right, reasonable enough start. Pretty decent curve coming out. We could mulligan for like just better units, but I think this is fine. You got us, Teemo. And so for this next turn, well, we can play the Ballista. I was going to say, I want to have a way to come in and hook the Teemo, which we could do with the Affectionate Poro, but Iron Ballista allows us to do it as well. Get them lurks. Alright, so we'll definitely win on our next attack. We just got to get some stuff on the board. Call it as quickly as we can. Not too much strategy goes into this Teemo round. This is a pretty straightforward set of battles.
Go on, Fang. Just like I taught you.
That should be enough to end it. I'll still go ahead and play another unit. We'll lose that on that 5 seconds here, but I think we're pretty done. You should be making the I'm scared emotes, Teemo. GG. Lurk for good measure. Oh god, he's playing spells. Sure. And there you have it. That is going to do it for us today. And so, the Teemo run, not that challenging. You should be pretty able to battle through. The only kind of like notes that I make through here, if you're at say like 0 star power and really low champion level, is you just kind of want to avoid the card draw kind of stuff. Right, you can run into a bit of problems if you're playing the things that allow you to draw a bunch of additional cards, but in general, the Teemo run is pretty straightforward, and I feel like it's just more of a learn how to play the game kind of thing as opposed to a challenging battle. But that's going to do it for us today. Hope everyone enjoyed the video, and you're having yourselves a good one out there.